What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing the Galaxy Z Fold 4. I've been waiting to get a hold of one of these things for a long time. I kind of wanted to wait until the second or third revision, let them iron out all the bugs and stuff like that, but we finally got one, so let's check it out. Nothing really special about the packaging. It's actually kind of weak. There's no cellophane or anything like that. Comes with a USB-C charger, an ejection tool, and the phone itself. Let's get in there and check it out. And right away I noticed, as soon as I opened it, that the presentation was kind of lackluster. The phone is there and the thing looks awesome, but nothing really special jumping out at you. The phone does look amazing though. The phone is covered in cellophane to keep it protected. I thought this came out, but it doesn't. All the materials in this little tiny box that, I have to be honest, kind of felt like they just tossed a bunch of stuff into a piece of cardboard. You have your USB-C cable there, the instructions, which I don't know, does anybody actually read this stuff? And the phone itself. Before I take the cellophane off, I'm going to kind of go around the edges here. Everything looks nice and tight. Some antenna bands. You have a fingerprint reader, a power button, and a giant antenna band here, probably for the 5G. On the bottom you got some speaker grills and mics. The other side you have the SIM tray, and on the bottom you have the USB-C and more speaker grills. This thing probably sounds amazing when you're playing music. That's a pretty gratifying peel. Lots of cellophane. Wow, this thing's pretty incredible looking. Not gonna lie, in the hand it feels really premium. On the back you have a pretty impressive set of cameras, a 12 megapixel, a 50 megapixel, and a 10 megapixel. The selfie cam on the front is 10 megapixels. Now on to the unsung hero of this entire phone is the flexible display and the hinge. Without the phone even turned on, you can really get an appreciation for all the engineering that's gone into this thing. I know this is the 4th iteration, but the phone really does feel amazing. There's something about looking at what's perceived as a glass screen and folding it and having it have marginal crease. You can definitely see a crease in there. Hopefully once we get it all powered up, we can get a better idea as to how much that crease is going to affect the use. Just on these screens alone, I can tell you right now, I completely forgot about the crease. What never popped out at me, never seemed to get in the way of what I was doing or distract me. Kind of fly through the setup here. Now about the screen, they do tell you that it is not as durable as a regular screen. Dust can get in there. This is really for someone that knows how to take care of their devices. The main screen is a 2176 by 1812 resolution, 120 hertz AMOLED display, 7.6 inches, fresh, looks amazing. The cover screen is 6.2 inches, 2316 by 904, 120 hertz AMOLED. AMOLED and 120 hertz is like the butter zone right now. Everything looks beautiful, and these screens really impress. I've always wondered at what point does it switch over from the outside screen, the main screen, the cover screen, to the main screen, and it looks like roughly 90 degrees there. It does not switch back, obviously, because it thinks you're done with the phone. So when you close it, it locks, which probably makes the most sense. I wonder if that's a setting you can adjust. You can actually use the rear-facing camera with the cover screen, so you can take your regular photos quickly, and you can turn it over to the selfie camera as well. One of the features I've been kind of itching to check out is the face recognition. It's akin to the Apple Face ID. It just uses the cameras instead of the infrared matrix thing. I wonder how many of you have this as a pattern for your unlock. You should probably change that if you do, by the way. Setup is super speedy. This was cake, and it seemed to work pretty well. Each time I opened the phone, it didn't have a problem. And one of the things that really kept jumping out at me, every time I closed the phone, I was wondering, am I doing damage to it? But if you look in the corners here, I'm sorry for the blurriness, there is a little bit of like a bumper that should protect the phone from actually beating itself up. So hopefully that's not a problem. The main display selfie camera looks pretty awesome. Nothing to complain about here. And what's even cooler is if you watch, when I switch cameras, the pinhole goes away. Pretty neat little trick. And what's awesome about this is when the camera's off, the pixels turn back on. And for the most part, you can't even tell it's there. It does distort a little, but it's not really that big a deal. More about the screen now. So obviously this is flexible, it's not real glass, and that being said, you can't put a screen protector over it, which is one of the first things I do with every phone I get. But how is this thing going to hold up? Scratching with my nail doesn't seem to be doing anything. I'm pushing pretty hard here, way harder than I would ever press on it to like get something off the screen or anything like that. So the next logical thing is to get something a little bit sturdier than my fingernail and press on it. Now, I grab this pen and I'm pressing way harder than you would ever need to on a screen. I don't know why you'd need to use a pen on your screen, but I'm pressing pretty hard here. And yeah, you can kind of pick up some marks, but nothing to worry about. You know, just don't put anything hard on it. But I do wonder how this thing will hold up if you put it in your pocket with a bunch of other stuff and heaven forbid the device actually closes on like your key ring or something. The SIM ejection tool does the job. There's no SD card in here. Kind of a bummer. You figure all that space in the chassis to be able to cram it in, but nope. Consuming content on this thing is incredible. So you open up an app on the cover display, and once you open up to the main screen, boom, it just readjusts the resolution of the application and you continue as you were. Reading news and multitasking with a bunch of apps at the same time is a breeze on this thing. It's very intuitive. I didn't read any instructions. I just kind of figured, hey, you probably drag things around. Looking at 2 apps is beautiful. If you need to do more, like you want to watch a video, check your email, look at settings at the same time, no brainer, very easy to do. Browsing the web is fantastic. It's not as big as something like an iPad Pro, way bigger than your regular phone, and way more portable than an iPad or a regular format tablet. And again, browsing on the cover display looks amazing. You need to get a little bit more immersed in your content. You open it up, the app readjusts, and you can get as crazy as you want. Videos, same way. Someone sends you a video you're kind of mildly interested in, and then you get more interested in, you open it up, and boom. The app again adjusts and you can fully immerse yourself in the content you're watching. One of the other cool little tricks this phone does is if you fold the phone halfway shut, sort of, it turns it into like a little mini laptop. If you have an app you want to type in, the keyboard's down bottom and the screen is adjusted so that it's in the top portion of the display. There's no doubt about it, this thing is definitely a premium phone. If you consume a lot of content, do work on the road, and want to travel light, this may be an option for you. If this thing ran iOS, I would definitely have one. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out this video with me today. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. If not, the thumbs down works as well. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video.